Some say there are car makers whose aim is to give Porsche a headache.
If you are here to find out if the Mercedes Benz AMG GT-C is a credible Porsche 911 alternative, well, it is not. But stay with me, because that isn't why you called. We're here to see if this brutish roadster can handle a fast B road, to see what happens when an aging guy lays down some rubber, and to see if glitz, power and stupendousness fits in with the British way we do things. And so, why don't you join me, Roger Bailey, to discover what happens when a car fit for Hollywood Boulevard comes to Llandudno Promenade.
The AMG GT is seemingly aimed squarely at being one of Porsche's biggest headaches. It's one of Mercedes' most expensive cars, and it has serious intentions, being possessed of engaging handling and an impressive V8 engine which puts it firmly into that hallowed Porsche 911 territory. The first salvo up in the AMG model range is a base version which has a not very base 516 brake horsepower. On top of the lineup is a storming 720 brake horsepower Black Series track attack monster which has wings. And then, winding back down the model list to about halfway, is this car, the sweet spot in the range, the AMG GT-C, a car made all the more sweet by being a wind in the hair, noise in your ears, open top roadster. And it's a pretty exotic brew we have here. Underneath this wide, low-slung, aggressive, menacing even body is a lightweight aluminium space frame construction, mid-mounted engine giving 50-50 weight distribution, and yes, I know the engine is in front of the driver, but Mercedes has put the driver and the passenger right back against the rear axle, which puts the engine right in the middle, and to clever effect, more of which in a moment. Standard across the range is wishbone suspension, transaxle transmission and an electronic diff. Roadster versions get beefed up structures with extra struts securing the windscreen and cockpit, together with a composite boot lid and other weight-saving goodies, meaning that the Roadster impressively weighs in at just 35 kilos more than the coupe. More impressive is what's inside this cockpit, where we find no shortage of theatrics. A pageant of gloriously gorgeous high-quality fitments, materials and controls, which are all presented for your delectation. The sumptuous sports seats are mounted low, the broad centre console rises high up alongside you, with a slim glass house wrapping around the cabin like some sort of lookout post. You definitely feel slotted in. Press the start button and the orchestra fires up. Growling noises transpose into bellowing, the latent intent being served rouses your attention. Instant thrusts of torque pushed out from that 4-litre turbocharged engine call for caution as this mighty show gets on the road. Cruising with comfort mode selected, we find the gear selector is set too far back really, as are some of the buttons. We find visibility is reasonable all things considered, and the bonnet seems unfathomably long. Still in comfort mode, ride feels a little busy, not brittle, just a little firm for our UK roads. However, dig a bit deeper and the GTC strengths come into sharper focus. Click into sport mode and there is no mistaking the front mid-engine layout, simply by the way the nose darts so eagerly into corners, with the weight of the V8 feeling stable and centered in the chassis. The steering, while direct, lacks the feel you get in a Porsche. However, on the plus side, there's minimal body roll. When provoked, this 569 brake horsepower motor will launch our 1735 kilo car from a standstill to 60 miles an hour in a thundering 3.7 seconds and onto a hair-raising 197 miles per hour. The V8 is an utterly fabulous engine with bristling throttle response, a seriously exciting muscle car soundtrack, and and a rampant rate of acceleration when you're brave enough to really gun it. It's an exciting, powerful and emotive engine, and there's little doubt this is one of the very best forced induction engines there is out there. The dual clutch gears aren't as snappy as others, but they are quick and well measured if you leave it in auto mode. And while traction in the dry is reasonable, the massive low-end engine torque will spin those rear wheels and provoke. Nonetheless, the AMG soon eases you into a fast driving rhythm because you feel confident to load up the front tyres aggressively into corners and accelerate early on the way out. It's all a bit road surface dependent, mind, a bit choppy on a UK Bay road and, well, much mellower and smoother on a faster A road. There is no doubt the AMG GT-C drives like the bespoke sports car that its exotic ingredients and layout promises. As a roadster, it is not without some compromises one would expect, including a tight cabin and reduced cargo carrying capacity. The ride is also a little bit questionable, yet despite the minor criticisms, there is no doubt this is a seriously engaging sports car. And should you ever see one of these in your rearview mirror, you will get out of the way because this is a car with presence. A car in which you will want to drop the roof down, warm your neck with the air scarf and notice people turning around to the V8 noise. People will behold a car that stands out wherever it may be as an A-lister in a sea of commonality.
Wonderfully brutish, gloriously extrovert and obligingly manageable with it, the AMG GT-C delivers all the spectacle a car of this specification and price should deliver, while not forcing unreasonable demands on its occupants when all you want to do is, say, cruise around. What we have is a mix of West Coast USA drama with UK B-road ability, with some city driving civility served up at the same time, which is an impressive trick to pull off. While the Big Merc may not give Porsche any headaches, it has given this Porsche fan a bit of a dopamine fix, so much so I'm imagining if someday when the time is right I might acquire and enjoy my very own stupendous Mercedes Benz AMG GT-C Roadster. So thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, please feel free to click the like button, as in doing so it will tell YouTube to recommend it to more people, and comments are always welcomed. I read every single one and I'll reply to most. And if you haven't already, please think about subscribing. And if you hit this little notification bell, you'll know when I've uploaded the next video.